are back. We are here. Where are we at? There we are. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Nerds and Nitwits, where we explore the nerdy and embrace the nitwit. Hi, we're the Nitwits. Embrace us. Tonight is just the Dwarf and myself hanging out. The other two are coming back from a conference, so I hope you bear with us. Tonight, I lied in all my promotional artwork. We're not doing classic games. We're going to do that at a later date. Tonight, me and the Dwarf are going to rank certain game series. We're going to start off with some of our own. If you have suggestions, we'll get to them. Some of them, not going to be possible, because we have very different choices in games. So, some of the things that you might want us to rank, I might be able to do, and Cam or Dwarf might be able to do, or I might not be able to do, and vice versa. So, there's that. But that is our plan for tonight. How do you feel about that, Dwarf?
I mean, I'm excited. I love talking about games, and so ranking games and telling people that their favorite game is crappy is just so close to my heart.
Fair enough. So, anyways, there's that. What do you want to start with? Do you want to start with your favorite? Because I know it is your favorite. Or do you want to start with something else?
I feel like, why don't we start with the biggest one? Well, actually, yeah. Why don't we do The Legend of Zelda first?
We're going to do Zelda first? All right.
Good starting part, yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring this up on my screen, which is our little ranking website here. We're just going to chat. We're going to talk about, maybe some of our favorite moments from the games as we do this. At the end, I'm going to share a Dwarf screen as well, and then we're going to sit here and compare the two and see exactly where everything falls. So, but that being said, feel free to ask us questions, especially if it's about these games that we're currently ranking, because that just makes it so much more fun. Let me ask you this, Monsieur Dwarf. What was the first Zelda game you ever played?
The first Zelda game I ever played, I'm pretty sure, it was a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure it was Ocarina of Time on the GameCube.
No. Specifically on the GameCube, alright. No, we're not going to sit here and discuss every single one of them. We're just going to, sit here. We're going to rank them as we're chatting, and then we're going to compare them and be like, oh, that's a good opinion, or your opinion sucks, and I don't care what you say.
Heck yeah.
That being said, some of them are really easy to put into place. I'm not going to lie, that one is going to go there. All these are going to go here. Every single one of these, because... Oh, this includes the remake. You know what? I'm going to put remakes along the same tier as the original. So, there's both, Wind Waker and then Wind Waker HD that came out on the Wii U. So... You mean the original Gizzy? Or, just in general? This one was great. I love playing that one. What is this one? This is this is the GameCube version of Four Swords and all that. My first Zelda game was actually the first Zelda game. Was actually the first Zelda game. I played it on my friend's NES way back when.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So my first one was that. My second one was not Link 2, or The Adventure of Link. It was A Link to the Past. Because Link to the Past is a fantastic game. Remake's also very good. But, try that one? I don't know. I think I ever played that one. This one, these are all
I'm just not going to put remakes on here, because,
yeah,
I feel
that's
the
fair.
same about both.
Yeah, what is... Wait... Oh, that's the CD one. I didn't play that one.
Some of these I cannot read very well. Minish Cap. What a good game.
Minish Cap was so good.
Hey,
I'm not going to include the Ocarina or the Majora's remake.
Yeah.
Just because of that. So I think, and that's Master Quest. And that's it's done for me, so... The bow controls suck on most things, unless it's Link's crossbow training. So, Link's crossbow training is Tears. This is a slightly old one. Yeah, this was last modified in 2019. So Tears would be right here, obviously. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I would put Tears.
Oh yeah, there we go.
At the top. So.
Oh yeah, Tears 100% is right up there with me. And I'm actually gonna put that one here. The rest, I think I'm okay with. I think I'm okay with the rest of them.
I think I'm done as well.
The train one was Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks was phenomenal.
Yes.
There should be a way if I go into here.
If you were only gonna play one, that I would be happy with that being the one. So.
With Spirit Tracks being the one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this is not as conclusive as I want it to be. Can I zoom that out and make it better? Not really.
There's too many ads on this website.
Right? Every single time I'm like, we can make this work. So then I should be able to just drag. Can I just drag? Can I pop your screen out? Would that make things easier? Maybe not. I can't. But I can just drag this over. And everybody can see everything. Can I really not just drag this over? Really? I just want to drag it. Oh, okay. That's as close as we're gonna get. Ugh. Oh my gosh, this does not want to work. You can tell we play tested this. Yours is so hard to see because of it though.
We're so professional.
We're so professional.
You might just have to make it full screen for your viewing, and then
can I?
When you do mine.
Yeah. Because you're still in the stream, so you can see all my stuff as well. Sort of.
No.
No, you can't.
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, of course I can. I know on top of that.
And then I'll just make. Can I make yours full screen? Oh, pop out. There we go. Oh, look at that. That kind of works.
Beautiful.
No, I want this one. And then, wow, okay, I can still full screen it. Anyways.
That's me.
Yeah, we'll just full screen it in a second. So, anyways, for me, I'll just run through some of them. Top tier, Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. I put both Twilight Princesses in there. Whoopsie. And Ocarina. I'm not gonna lie, I freaking love all those. Those are the top tier Zelda games to me. And you can fight me if you want, but you're wrong. What have you got? You've got Ocarina.
So, yeah, I Ocarina of Time. I mean, it was the first one I played, and I 100% think nostalgia comes into play, but it's still my favorite.
Valid.
And then Phantom Hourglass, probably the one I spent the most time with, realistically, on my DS. So it has to be up there. And then the Minish Cap. I just love that game and the mechanic of like shrinking to solve puzzles and everything. So, yeah, those are my 3 excellent Legend of Zelda choices.
What's in your great category?
So I I have Breath of the Wild there, and I know that there are people who will disagree with me on that, but that's okay because I loved Breath of the Wild, but I really missed the linear like dungeon puzzles of older Legend of Zelda games when I played it. So the open world was a cool trade-off, but I just felt like it was like a core piece of what Legend of Zelda's always been that was missing for me.
Right.
But it was an amazing game. So, Breath of the Wild, and then Spirit Tracks, amazing. Four Swords Adventure, again, just so much fun. Really cool mechanics in both those games. Same with Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. Like, yeah, just games that I had a ton of fun with. And, yeah, the ones I think I like the mechanics of the most.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fair. See, I had this conversation with I guess they're now Carlos. They have a friend who said that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are not Zelda games because it's such like you said, it's such a like deviation from the linear dungeon crawling beautifulness that is Zelda. I still think they're excellent games. I think it still has a Zelda feel while having that different mechanics and different aspect to it. But in my great, I have the original Legend of Zelda, Link's Crossbow Training, because I remember when that came out on the Wii, and I spent hours perfecting that with the motion controls and everything. I have Link to the Past because, again, it's a great game. I have played both the original on Super Nintendo and then like the remakes you can get or remasters you can get on like the Wii shop system and all that. Majora's Mask, again, same thing. Great mechanics, great everything else. Minish Cap and Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword was like the game for me on the Wii that really fully utilized the motion control, especially when it came with the Motion Plus and all that. Like that was the game that was like, okay, I feel like I am swinging a sword, and it's the only game where Link is right-handed.
Ah, true. You're making me almost feel sad that I've never played Skyward Sword.
You've never played Skyward Sword? Oh my gosh.
I know. I've wanted to and I've meant to for so long, but I just haven't.
I have it both on my Wii and the Switch. I will still play the Wii version of the Switch version because the Switch version relies solely on like the gyro mechanics, not the motion control and stuff. But
right.
And then you've got a lot that you haven't played. We'll get there. You've never played most of these. Yeah, I can see that.
I looked and I was like, I think there was more games that I haven't played than I realized. Like the ones I have played, I played a ton.
Yeah.
But the ones I haven't played, I've like never touched.
And then like even looking at your screen, you've got one good one, which is Twilight Princess, whereas I've got the Four Swords, Hyrule Warriors, The Link Between Worlds, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, and the Link's Awakening.
Oh yeah.
Why is Twilight Princess only a good for you?
I like the game, but if I'm in my mind, I just never got into it as much. I don't even know. I don't think I even beat the game, if I'm being honest.
What?
I know. I got far, but I don't know what it was. If it was like the feel of just like the art style, but I just struggled to finish it. It's one that I want to finish.
That's insane to me. I loved Twilight Princess. Absolutely love it. It's not as intuitive, obviously, with Skyward Sword with the motion controls, but they were still there, and it still kind of gave you that feel. But like, it is also like, in most people's, aside from maybe Majora's Mask, the most, and I say this as lovingly as I can, it is probably the most depressing Zelda game. It's a very somber game, like visually wise, story wise, even like when you're interacting with the spirits of the people of Hyrule and all this stuff, like it's just kind of grounding in a way. But and then for my I have like The Adventures of Link, which is Zelda 2, which was absolutely something. It was something, all right. It was a weird thing because it was like the overworld of Zelda, but then it puts you in this weird platformer style thing, and it was weird. And then I have like the 2 Oracle games because I never really played them that much, and they were different, but they were the same. But it even said on the boxes that to get the full experience, you need to play both games, and that was crazy to me. And then I've never played the Triforce Heroes, and I've never played any of like the Zelda CD games that came out because we just never had that.
Yeah, it is from a capitalism perspective, big brain.
Oh yeah,
they don't get the full experience without playing both games. But as you can see, for me, I have not played. Well, I think I've actually spent a tiny bit of time on the first 2 games, but not a ton. And then I haven't played
basically half of them.
Hyrule Warriors, Triforce Heroes, Oracle of Ages or Time, Link to the Past, and like it's a pain for me to say this because I've wanted to play most of these more.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just so many video games out there that it's hard to take time when you're not sure if you really want to. So
It's fair.
Yeah.
Do what I do. You grab an old console like a Wii, and then you tinker with it, and then you don't have to worry about it, because that's what I did.
It's true.
But
yeah, I mean, it is nice too that you can get emulators like, well, like you stream, you're streaming Soul Silver with an emulator on your computer,
exactly,
which is super nice.
Which I do own an actual copy of that game.
Yes.
But anyways, do you, dear watchers or listeners, do you agree with our rankings? Chat with that while we do the next one. Which one do you want to do next there?
All right, let's switch things up from the Nintendo theme, and let's go with Halo.
You want to do the Halo ones? All right, I will.
Because I just love Halo.
I mean, I feel like ours are probably gonna be pretty close on this one.
Gosh, I don't even know. I just want to put them all at the top.
I love how there's one that this game shouldn't exist. I
mean,
Gecko, are you seriously playing Marvel Rivals while doing this?
Heck yeah.
Calling him out. What is that one?
The Halo 2600?
Yeah!
Dude, I've never seen that before.
I have no
idea.
Hold on. I gotta
that, I'm pretty sure though that's the cover art for Halo Legends.
No, hold
which
on.
is like a series of like animated shows.
Somebody legitimately made a Halo game for the Atari 2600.
What the heck?
It was released in 2010 by Ed Fries or Ed Freeze, who worked at Microsoft. That's awesome. I love that. Anyways, see, I would rank those differently. See, I'm gonna put that one there. I don't care. That one is up there. That one's good. That one's
there's 4 here that I haven't played.
Yeah, I don't know what is that one?
Well, you're probably talking about Spartan Assault, Spartan Strike.
No, I played both of those. I just don't know what that weird.
Are you talking about? That's Fireteam Raven.
Oh, is that the arcade game?
Yeah, it's like the arcade game that like you literally have to find the machine somewhere to play. I would love to play it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like that is. Yeah. I'll put that there.
I'm very conflicted about 5. I'm not certain where to put it.
I'm gonna put that one there. Yeah, 5 is. No, I'm gonna put that one there. That one's going there purely for nostalgia reasons. I'm gonna put the MCC up there because specifically the cinematics from Halo 2.
I mean, the thing MCC, like, it's all the games combined, so it's just gotta go up.
It's gotta go up there. It just makes the most sense. But for me, especially with the Halo 2 cinematics, oh, so nice. Can I get rid of you? Do you go away? No, apparently not. Oh well, I guess we're stuck with a giant advertisement.
Alright, I think I'm good with my list.
I'm good with mine for sure. Let's where are you at here? Disco, there you are. I wish, is there a way to just
I agree. I could not put 5 in great.
No.
As much as I wish I could. If 5 was the game from the trailers, it would probably be in godly tier.
But yeah.
It was not the game from the trailers.
Oh, see, ours look fairly similar, but also very different. All right. They can see both of ours. So
nice.
Let's go for the bottom up, because you have Halo 5 in good.
I do. Halo 5 is probably my least played Halo game. I did not beat the campaign for Halo 5 until 3 years after it came out.
I think I'm probably the same. It's also in the good for me. Me and Noggin played it when Halo 5 came out, because that was when he was running through all of the Halo games. And we started it, and I don't know if he finished it at the time. I like I played it when it came out, couldn't finish it. Played it with him, still didn't finish it. I don't think I finished it until just before Infinite came out.
Okay, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, you know what, I should probably like finish this and see if there's any relative story plots to Infinite.
Which there
Not
unfortunately
really.
basically wasn't.
Yeah.
But
It was
yeah,
cool
it's just
to see Buck become a Spartan. I'm not gonna lie about that.
yeah.
It's like it's one good quality.
There was tons of like the characters were good, but the story was so like different from 4. Like I think part of what made Halo like 1 to 3 really good was that like those games are like the whole of those games is within like a 5-month period or maybe even less.
Right.
And then so like every game you like end and then it, like the next one starts pretty much, it just picks right back up. So you like feel like the momentum continues.
Which you
And
can
then
do that in
4,
MCC, can't you?
Yeah. But then 4 was like ends, and then 5 has a big time jump, and then even 5 to Infinite, there's a big time jump. Like you don't have that continuity.
Yeah, and even then, like I think there's still is there any because a bunch of the books take place in between some of the games, don't they?
Well, that's how they fill out the
story.
That space is basically they're like, oh well, we put the story in the books, but then these writers are actually you can almost tell in some of the books that the writers are like forced to make the story work. So yeah, I mean, I love the books; they're amazing, all of them. I own them all. I've read them all.
There you go.
Some of them you can kind of tell the writers were told like, oh, here's what you need to make this run into. Halo 5 had cool mechanics and everything, but just didn't feel very Halo.
Yeah, my good is Halo 5, but also Halo Infinite. I like Halo Infinite, but it felt so short to me. And I like the open world. I like being able to be Master Chief and to like go wreck face wherever you want. But then, unlike some games, and like I get part of it is that you don't want it to get boring. But like unlike some games, you clear a space out, you never come back to it again. If you come back to it, there's nothing there, and like there might be a few enemies, but then there's just nothing as much to do. And like I like it, I do enjoy it. I played through it at least twice now with different people. But it sits that good for me. I'm not gonna lie. My great is Halo 4, and then the Spartan Assault, Spartan Strikes, because I like them. The Spartan Assault, Spartan Strike are two like they're very different from the rest of the games because it's like the top-down twin-stick shooter. They're not my favorite, but they are there. They are good. Halo 4, same kind of deal. I like them, but they're not. It's not, I don't know. It's very different. And I think it was such a tonal shift that it was like, oh, especially since we went so long between Halo 3 and Halo 4, that it was like, oh, sweet, there's a new Halo game. And then all of a sudden it was like, and now we're dealing with ancient advanced technology all over again.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've got 4 and great. Basically the same thing. Like, I love Halo. And 4 was really cool. Like, it was a beautiful game. But yeah, it had a different feel for sure from the 5 games that really came out before it, in just a way that every time I play through the games, like I play 1, 2, 3 Reach and ODST, and then I get to 4 and it like feels like I'm doing it because I'm trying to play through all the Halo games, not necessarily because I'm excited to play it.
I get that.
But yeah, I mean, I beat the game the day it came out, so it has to be at least decent.
There you go. Alright, let's talk about your amazing.
I think people I know people that will take issue with this. I did not put Halo 2 in Godly. And I know. Every time I say that to somebody, I hear about it. I love Halo 2, but the games that I put in Godly, I'm just always more excited about playing than I am Halo 2, if that makes sense. Like, Halo 2 is amazing, but there's so many points in the game where, like, I've recently played through and it's like you're just on a really long elevator where you're just fighting enemies as it moves. And there's just a couple points in the game where I feel like they were just wasting time to make it longer. And then like even like the second or third mission where you hunt the heretic down in on that gas planet in like the foreigner facility, and every time I play that mission, I feel so bored. No, yeah, it's true. I did die too many times on legendary. But yeah, so Halo 2, amazing game. I yeah, playing through it on heroic or legendary is the most painful thing I've ever done in my life. And then yeah, I put Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2 in amazing. Again, I love both of those games. The cutscenes alone in those games and the story is just so good. Like Forge in the first game, amazing. The Spartan team in those games, amazing. I personally believe that they should end the Master Chief storyline and use the Spartans from that game as the mainline Halo like heroes, basically. That's totally my opinion of that. So I love Halo Wars,
That's a
and then
hot
Halo
take
Combat
right there.
Evolved is amazing. Like it set the tone for everything. The feel of that game uh, is unlike any other of the other games because you don't know anything about Halo and you kind of discover it as you go. And then um, I almost feel like I should have put it in Godly, but I just yeah, I struggled with that one. But then yeah, the way the game like goes from like this like cool sci-fi adventure where you're discovering stuff to like halfway through the game it like turns into a horror game where everyone's dying and you're fighting your way off. It's just so cool.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I think it's an amazing game. I think they're all amazing games.
yeah. My amazing is kind of the same. Like I have both Halo Wars there. Um, uh, Gizzy and I just did some Halo Wars 2 versus in co-op like a couple weeks ago, and I'm not gonna
Uh,
lie, it's a fun game. It's not my game necessarily. Like I'm not really an RTS person, but I do enjoy them, especially playing co-op because I think it was just so funny that we're like sitting there and we're like, trying to figure out why all of a sudden the base was getting attacked. We couldn't figure it out, and then we realized there's freaking teleporters on the map that we just didn't realize were there. Uh, and so I think for the co-op
oh
especially
yeah,
is good. I also
yeah.
have ODST and amazing, and I'm probably gonna get crap for that too. But I don't know. I actually never played ODST for the longest time because I didn't know it existed.
Really?
For whatever reason, I don't know why. I did not know Halo ODST existed until I can't remember what it was. I was reading one of the books and they were talking about the ODST. I was like, oh, that'd be really cool if there was an ODST game. And then I like Googled it and I was like, there was basically a second part to Halo 3. What? At the same time, I never grew up with an Xbox. My family
Mm.
was a Nintendo family for sure, because they wanted to keep everything kosher and family friendly and blah 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 blah. So I never played ODST for the longest time. I do love ODST. It is a fantastic game to me. I don't play it nearly as much as I play the rest of the Halo games. So I put it in amazing, not godly. And I think I might be a little bit partially blinded with my godly tier, uh, because of the nostalgia factor.
Yep,
And
fair enough.
because there's not that huge. There's what, 5, 6 years between us?
Yep,
Not even that, maybe.
I think
Um,
it's six.
Anyways, but like, I remember being like 10 or something and going over to our friend's house, and he had. I remember the like earlier times that we played like the original CE on the original Xbox, and even though he was only a year older than me, it was one of those times it's like he just felt so much older than me, especially since we didn't really get to see each other that much back then. And I remember him absolutely whooping my butt at CE because I never didn't have an Xbox. I didn't know what the controls were,
Yeah.
I didn't know how it worked. But even when I play MCC, I will still, if I'm playing by myself, I will turn the graphics back to the original Xbox graphics because
Oh yeah.
it's just like I'm old now according to some people. So it's one of those things that's like I never owned it growing up, but I remember going to his house and playing it, and just like having that sense of like, man, things were just easy back then.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Halo 2. Like I remember when Halo 2 came out. Again, wasn't really on my radar because I didn't have an Xbox or anything like that. Went back to Cape Breton to visited him and his parents again. He had Halo 2, dual wielding, best thing ever. So like, those two especially, and like partially Halo 3 as well, are my godly because of the nostalgia factor. I'm not gonna lie about that. They are definitely nostalgic for me. And then of course Halo Reach is up there because great story, great final mission, very different but same feel. The little tidbits of like, especially if you read like the or the Reach Fall of Reach book, and then playing Reach was such a time of holy crap, I am in the middle of this, I get to experience this, and then experiencing the final mission for the first time, and you just see the title, the mission of survive. It's like, oh crap. Like godly for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But
Yeah, so I mean, I have very similar games to you. Now I think my list has a little less, but yeah, Master Chief Collection has to go in Godly because it just has most of the games in it. Like you can't beat that. Um, Halo 3 was, I think, the first Xbox game I ever bought. Like I'd played Halo 2 at friend's house before, but when we got our Xbox 360, Halo 3 was the first video game I think I ever purchased with my own money. That wasn't like a DS game or something. So I think Halo 3 has always been special to me. But also just that feel of like a lot of the ad campaigns are like finish the fight, that kind of thing. And the game totally captures that feeling of like, this is humanity's last stand, and like you're either gonna beat the Covenant or everyone's dead.
yeah,
And so yeah, that fight through the game, and then like the final Warthog mission where you're trying to escape is just, the whole game feels epic to me.
yeah.
And yeah, just it feels like it has great momentum to me. And I think it will always be my favorite Halo game. And then yeah, Halo Reach, all the same reasons you said. Like I think Halo Reach does such a good job of making you feel what's going on in the game. And like as yeah, characters slowly die after you kind of become attached to them, and you feel that as the game goes out, you start to feel the loss, and then you think you're gonna win, and then you start to realize that no, you're gonna lose,
There
and
is
then
no
you're just trying to
winning.
get out. And like I just feel like they did such a good job of not only telling the story in that game, but kind of making you feel what the characters are feeling in that game as you experience it. And then yeah, to have your character like literally fight to the death at the end, I think was just the perfect way to finish it. It's just amazing. And then yeah, Halo 3 ODST. Again, I think that game just has such a cool feel compared to the other games. And yeah, getting to like kind of see what it's like in that universe from the point of view of a more I mean, ODSTs are still like the top soldiers for the UNSC, but to see it from not a Spartan point of view, where
Yeah.
like in that game when you fight three brutes, you feel like you might be in danger. Whereas yeah, in Halo 3, as Master Chief, you take on like eight brutes no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and then the way they told the story too, of like yeah, you kind of discovering the mystery of what happened to your team and what's going on in the city. I just felt was so well done. I always love to play through that game again. So, yeah, it had to go up in Godly for me.
So what I'm hearing is Nerds and Nitwits play co-op Halo someday.
Absolutely, I will play as much Halo as you will let me.
I think that would be awesome to do. Like just like either like do a couch co-op, which actually I don't know, like sounds fun, and then you think about the fact that we all have to work on these tiny little four corners of
Yep.
the screen. I'm like,
Yeah.
that might be fun for the nostalgia factor, but like I don't know if it'd work for us in general. Okay,
True. Yeah.
so I didn't ask this with Zelda, but I'll ask you with this one. I think you kind of already answered it. If you were going to put any of them at the top. Well, let me put it this way: if you could only play any of them for the one of them for the rest of your life, what one would it be?
It has to be Halo 3 for me. I can't deny that. I I want to say Reach because it's so fun, but yeah, if I was to only ever play one Halo game for the rest of my life, I think in the end it would be Halo 3. And I only say that because as a kid, I literally used to just play through that game over and over again. I did not need any other video games to exist in my life.
I mean, valid. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably in the same boat. When I finally at 17, almost 18, bought a 360, because that was still the current Xbox at the time. The first few games I bought were the very first Assassin's Creed and Halo 3.
Yeah.
And those are the first games I ever played on my own Xbox. And
Nice.
I'm probably in the same boat. I'd probably play Halo 3 just over and over again for the rest of my life. Especially if you can do like the co-op and still play the multiplayer and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it would still work that well.
I also do love that in Halo 3, when you play co-op, like your friends get to be like the Arbiter and like the Spec Ops elites. I just think that that was such a cool way to put co-op in, where it's like Master Chief teaming up with the elites and fighting alongside them.
Yeah. That's dope. I mean, Gizzy suggested the next one, which is already on our list, which is the mainline Pokemon games. So we might as well just do those while we're here. Man, this is actually probably gonna be harder now that I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't know, man.
So we should mention that we are just gonna put like each set of games in the same rankings together, because realistically they're very similar if they're a set of games. So
like red, blue, and yellow, all the same.
Yeah.
Yellow
could be different.
Yellow could be different. Same with like Crystal. Crystal could be different. For sure.
I don't even know where to start.
I'm gonna put
start
these
with
up
the top.
here.
Yeah.
And then these are gonna go here. These are like, I think a lot of these are just gonna end up in the same spots for me. For sure.
It's hard to pick for sure. Yeah.
Oh, see, I would put that one above those two though. I would still. These are here for sure. Yeah, it's not. I'm actually gonna put those ones down there. Gen 4. I think Gen 4 holds a special place for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Because Gen 4 is Diamond Pearl, so
10 out of 10. I think that was definitely one of the, at least a part of the golden era of Pokemon games, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely like, no, that's true. I like these ones. I don't know. I don't love these ones as much. I don't love those ones as much. I don't like those ones at all. These ones are okay, but they're not great. I'm not putting
all the ones I haven't played in there, so it gets out of the way.
Yeah, I'm not putting. I technically have played those, but I'm not putting them in there anyways. This actually is up here. This is down here. I'm not. Well, I'll put the Diamond and Pearl remakes in there, but I don't love them. Let me put it that way. These are like okay, but they're not. Oh, I don't know where. Yeah, no, I'll put them here. Stupid easy. Scarlet and Violet are weird, for sure. I own Scarlet. I haven't beaten it by any means. I think I have like 3 badges in that game, and I've had it since it came out. It was such a disappointment to me when it came out because you were like, oh, it's an open world Pokemon game. That's so dope. And then you start playing it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I get that this is a Switch, but holy crap. The
It's
frame
an
rate was
empty
terrible.
world.
It's empty. The frame rate was terrible. There just wasn't anything there. Like, the tall grass were like these tiny little patches here and there because there
Yeah.
wasn't tall grass anymore because you just run into things. Technically, I've never played that one because that was a Japanese only release. Um, Sword and Shield, okay. Like, I played through those ones. I don't love them. I don't hate them. They're kind of just there for me. But um, I'll give you guys a sneak peeky. Oop, that's not the right one. This one. That's
Yeah,
what
I mean,
want.
Sword and Shield, I feel like was the start of Game Freak maybe getting a bit lazy with Pokemon. That is kind of what I was
Maybe.
like. I beat. I think I have Sword, and I beat Sword, but I don't know if I've ever gone back to play it since then.
I haven't since I beat it. And it took me a while to beat it because I just couldn't get into it. Mr.
Yeah.
Pundit! Hello, Mr. Pundit.
Yo,
I
would agree.
They are underrated, but they're still not
Kalos,
my favorite.
Kalos was a sick region for sure,
Basically, the French.
and honestly, Mega Evolutions, one of the best ideas in my opinion that Pokemon has ever had.
You're all done there then,
I don't.
or you're not
I
sure
don't
yet?
know.
I
It's really.
I will start at my bottom because for the ones I
All right.
haven't
All right.
played, so I haven't played any of the DLC for Scarlet and Violet because I haven't put the time into it. It's not there for me, and I want to do the. Oh, you know what? That is a good point. You're not wrong. I forgot that was when Mr. Pundit. That was when Mega Evolutions came into play. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I have nothing in my E or my F, just because like there's no games that I absolutely despise.
Yeah.
I'm there's some games I don't like. For example, my only two or only one, if you want to put it, in the D spot are Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Because they're so freaking easy. And
Oh yeah.
I know Fire Red and Leaf Green are the in everybody's opinion are the easiest games to play. But Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are so easy. And it says like it was so boring for me. I thought it was gonna be cool because it's like, oh, I get to actually like throw a Pokeball with the Joy-Cons and stuff, but it was not. It just wasn't it. Like, I think I mostly used it to just transfer Pokemon that I wanted to other games because they were so easy to catch.
At least it had a use for you though.
It did have a use for me. I won't lie. Oh, you've got stuff in your D section. What's in your D section?
I do. I do. I have. I have Sword and Shield in there because again, I think that's when I started to feel like Game Freak was maybe getting lazy with things. Because even those, like, there were open world sections, but then like they just felt so like bad. They just felt poorly made. And like Game Freak was just doing it because they knew people were gonna buy the games, and they knew they were gonna make a bunch of money off of it. So, Sword and Shield, and then Sun and Moon, I I just didn't really like the format of like the totem Pokemon instead of like gyms. Like I get that they were trying to change things up, but I just didn't like that the way they changed it up.
Yeah, yeah. I don't disagree with you. They're not D for me because they're not the lowest for me because
Yeah,
for sure Let's Go definitely is. The amount that in your haven't played though, that's
I know.
disappointing to me.
I know. So
Look at
it is
that.
like I've played blue and red. Well, I played red. Red is what I've played. So blue
Yeah.
and red are in there, but I haven't played yellow, which are they're very similar, but I consider them different enough that I put it down there. Um, yeah, the original gold and silver. I just never had them, and honestly, Pokemon games are so expensive to buy Like,
you want to borrow my Game Boy Color? I have silver.
I totally would.
Oh my gosh!
100%.
Next time you're in town, let me know.
Okay, I'm down. Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, after Sword and Shield, I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to spend money on them. I waited. I watched some reviews, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay. Yeah, the DLCs I haven't played. Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, same thing. I was going to buy them, and then I didn't buy them after seeing some reviews about just how, yeah, the games kind of felt boring to play.
Right.
Sapphire, actually, I'm not sure. I thought I had, but I just can't remember. I think I've played Emerald. I actually might own it, but I don't want to go look right now. I think I've played Emerald, but I'm not sure. So I just put it down there.
I love Emerald. It adds just enough extra endgame content that it's there. Where are we at? Our C list, very, very different. Because I put Sun and Moon in C because, again, same with you. I don't like the format. I don't like the Z moves. I don't like the totem Pokemon. But again, not the worst. Same with the Ultra Sun, Ultra Violet, or Ultra Moon. Basically the same, just different. The only good thing was, in my opinion, not the only good thing, but like one of the best things were the Necrozma fight, because it's so hard, but it was so satisfying when you finally did beat him.
Yeah.
So that's there. I have Sword and Shield in C because, again, I didn't hate them. I've only played them once. I probably won't go back and play them again. And then same with Scarlet and Violet. And then the DLCs for Sword and Shield, because I played them. Not the greatest. Scarlet and Violet, same thing. They're not the worst games I've ever played, but they're definitely not ones that I'm running back to at any time.
Yeah, I put Red and Blue in C.
That one hurts me.
I felt really weird about it, but I was thinking about it in my mind. I was like, realistically, I would rather play other Pokemon games that are just newer. Like, they were good, but it's so dated at this point that I just find it hard to play.
Are you calling me dated, Cam?
So I put those there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very conflicted about those being there.
And the fact that you put Fire Red and Leaf Green in there too.
So, again, same thing. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Bro.
Those ones I totally probably should have just put in B.
Bro.
Actually, you know what?
No, it's too late now. Putting them in B is...
Here we are. I'm just, as I'm thinking about it, I do think I would rather play those again than Ultra Sun and Moon, that kind of thing.
I guess.
I've put them up in B. So,
okay.
But yeah, okay. Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, I put in C. Honestly, I just had more fun playing those than regular Sun and Moon. I thought the story was cooler in those ones, so I did put them a tier higher.
Someone stop this man.
And then, we have both Diamond and Platinum and Arceus, which it kind of pains me to put there because Gen 4 is my favorite generation by a long shot. But I found Legends Arceus to be, again, like, it just felt like they wanted open world, but then would make, like, empty landscapes. So, like, I hated seeing the potential of what there was, but without getting it. And then I just kind of wish that the Diamond and Pearl remakes weren't in the chibi form.
The chibi art style, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I get that they were trying to keep them as, like, a remake that's very similar, but I would have much rather they just do, like, actual, the 2D art style then, instead of the weird, like, mixed art style.
The 3D chibi.
Of what they did.
Yeah. I still can't believe we put those in B. Ouch. My B is... I have Black and White 2 in B. I like Black and White 1. Black and White 2, I can't remember if I ever finished the first time I ever played it. I think I had to come back to it and play it again. And I can't remember why, but they are like, again, they're not my favorite. I will still play the original Black and White over Black and White 2, and then
Okay, yeah.
again, the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I have in B. Again, I don't hate them, but I don't love the art style either. So I agree with you on that one. And then I have X and Y in B as well, because you're right. It's very different. It's a different location. Mega Evolutions were so cool when they came out. They still are cool. Let's be real. We need more of them. Let's forget about Dynamaxing. Let's go back to Mega Evolutions.
Heck yeah.
And so those ones are definitely my B tier. So Diamond and Pearl as B tier for you, really?
So okay, hear me out.
All right, I'm listening.
Well, I just feel like the improvements that came from Platinum should have just been in Diamond and Pearl in the first place, and I have very strong feelings about this. So I might be biased against them and have put them a little bit lower than they should have been. I think they're amazing games, but I just feel like Platinum was such a step up, or 2 steps up, if you will. And then Leaf Green and Fire Red and Blue and Red. I moved there because I felt bad about where I put them before.
You felt bad. Same thing. If you ever want to play those ones, you bring me a DS or something, and I will make sure you have access to them.
I have Leaf Green.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I think one of my siblings has Reds, and I did play that when we were kids. So,
we got about 9 minutes. Your A tier, I can't disagree with your A tier, because I also have Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in A tier. Great remakes, great games. I know I have Diamond and Pearl lower than Platinum, but I don't have them in B. I have them in A. I love the remakes. I love Primal, Groudon, Primal Kyogre. I loved Arceus. I loved the concept of Arceus. I liked it was different, all that kind of stuff. But I can understand why people didn't like Arceus as well. So it's A tier for me. Black and White are A tier for me. Diamond and Pearl are A tier for me. Platinum, I still think is better. You're right. The original Red, Blue, Yellow, and Crystal are all A tier for me, because, again, like most of the games, I didn't play them until like after they existed. Silver, if anybody heard me during my first Soul Silver stream, Silver was my first Pokemon game that I actually got to play. You be quiet, Brendan. Asked about the trading card game. Silver and Gold are S tier for me. And the remakes are better, obviously, than the original, but the original were great. The roaming dogs, trying to track them down, trying to catch them with like mean look and sleep and whatever that. No, Mr. Pundit, Pokemon Go does not count. But yeah, my A tier, like, I get where you're coming from with putting Soul Silver and Heart Gold in A tier. But like, it breaks my heart, because those are like my games for sure.
Yeah.
And then like I have Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Platinum, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver into S tier, because those are the best games. Those are the games I will always replay. Soul Silver, evidently. If you're not watching my Monday Night Classics stream, you should. Next up, Fire Red, Nuzlocke. Just kidding. Leaf Green. Yeah. Leaf Green, Nuzlocke, Bulbasaur, all the way.
I mean, I think what I'm seeing between our lists is, other than the games that I just haven't played, I think that I'm a bit pickier with what I consider S tier and A tier. But yeah, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I agree, amazing games, but I put them in A, because I just feel like Platinum and then the Black and White games were just all 4 of them. I just had so much fun with. But yeah, I mean, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I think were such a good remake, as well as I hope Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I haven't played the first ones. Yeah, and then X and Y, I put in A tier just because yeah, I thought they added a lot of cool stuff to the games, and I still think that like Gen 6 wasn't they weren't getting lazy yet with the games. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Coliseum, heck yeah.
XD Gale of
Um,
Darkness is S tier for me.
I was gonna
If we're
say,
talking
yeah,
about the GameCube games as well,
both of those
Gale of
top
Darkness
tier.
for sure and Coliseum are S tier.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, I think Platinum was the peak of Pokemon for sure.
okay.
Um, yeah, I think they just like perfected it. I think that as they kept coming out with new generations too, there became too many Pokemon, if that makes sense. Like Black and
Oh
White
yeah.
were kind of the edge, and then like once you got Sun and Moon, and then Sword and Shield, all of a sudden there's like 1,000 Pokemon, and it's too much. I can't remember the types, and so
Right.
you know it doesn't matter anymore because they made the games too easy. But yeah, I just I think those are the games that I spent the most time with and just loved so much.
That's fair.
The underground in Platinum and Diamond and Pearl, amazing, absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
As well as like in Black and White 2, the social area where you had that like tunnel and you could like put different shops in. I just
Yep.
thought that that was such a cool idea. So yeah, I had to put those on top.
That's fair. I remember playing those games on the DS, on the bus when all you needed was just like the infrared wireless connector. You didn't have to have the internet, and we just sat there and
Oh yeah.
battled all the time. That also reminds me, we also used to play the Call of Duty DS game on the bus. That was a whole other story.
Heck yeah.
Uh, that's a good question. Favorite legendary of all time?
Giratina.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Uh, that was always hard for me because, like, Mewtwo, classic. Lugia, fantastic. If I could choose to
Mm.
have a version of a legendary in any game, it would be Shadow Lugia from Gale of Darkness.
Oh
The
heck
design
yeah.
is cool. I love the alternate style of it. It's not just like, oh, it's not just like got glowing red eyes. It's like a complete reshade. Everything is different about it. I love that in particular, but Lugia, I think, might still be my favorite. Again, it might be that whole nostalgia thing of, oh, this is the very first Pokemon game I ever played. Um, Giratina for sure is very close in there as well. Both forms, super dope. I enjoy them, but
I think Lugia is way cooler than Ho-Oh.
oh
Without a
yeah,
shot.
oh yeah, Lugia is better
Like,
than Ho-Oh.
yeah, for sure.
Like that one I will not argue with. Um, but yeah, Lugia way better than Ho-Oh. The only like
Like,
the one up. It's not even really a one up because Ho-Oh first appeared in the very first episode of the Pokemon TV show,
yeah,
but then Lugia had his own movie. So
true. I mean, so did Mewtwo and
Entei and
yeah,
but
but
still,
they're dude, you're doing in the future a ranking of Pokemon legendaries. That would be cool.
hell, I'm sure we'll do another ranking episode.
I think that'd be
But
awesome. Maybe we'll figure out a little bit better format for it, but
maybe yeah. The fact that I mean three series took us all the way through an hour, so
yeah,
we are hitting the end of our time. But if you have suggestions for future series or future things that we can rank, whether it is legendaries, whether it is TV shows, whether it's movies, whatever else, find either my social media account or if you know me personally, message me. I will write everything down. We have our own little Discord channel where we keep track of such things. Don't forget to, if you haven't yet, do all this stuff because that exists. Instagram, Threads, and we are putting all of our episodes of Nerds and Nitwits on YouTube for you to enjoy later. They do stay on Twitch for a while, but they only stay on Twitch for about 2 weeks or so at the current state until we hit affiliate and beyond. So they will be on our YouTube channel. So if you want to come back and watch them at any point, or have them on the background while you study, if you missed any of the live streams, they are there. So, hello, Mr. Pundit is now following. Thank you, Mr. Pundit.
oh baby,
We're one step closer. That makes us 36 out of 50. So.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
That's not 37?
I don't know. It's different because Stream Analytics says I'm only at 35 at the moment, and that he makes 36. So, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm assuming audio is a bit better today around Mr. Pundit, Dwarf, Chaotic, me, Gizzy, anybody. I'm assuming you can actually hear Cam this time, so fine. Yeah, we only need like 14 more followers. Get the Bible school students to do it.
Yeah, just get all your friends to follow, so that Joel can make money off this.
I can make money. We're working on it, Mr. Pundit. We're working on it. Eventually, like, as I say, especially if we, he's still a bit low. My gosh, I'm blaming you.
Am I low now?
Oh my gosh! If we do continue this, I am probably just gonna pull the get out of jail free card and buy the like Pro form of Streamlabs so that I can just make all of you guys collaborators so that you guys come directly through the stream and not through Discord. So, but that is it for today. We're back next week with Nerds and Nitwits on Thursday at 7 p.m. Prem Judge for sure says he will be here 100% in the Discord message. I haven't heard yet from Noggin. I don't know, or we might continue the D&D conversation from last week. We didn't want to continue that without the other two. So we might continue that next week. We'll figure that out as we go along. If you have suggestions, as always, leave them in chat, message us, message me, leave comments on social media posts. Please get me the traction. I need it. If not, we will be back then, and then I will be back on Saturday at 2 p.m. PST time, playing some more of the Eternal Strands game. So, hope to see you there. At 50 followers, assuming I keep the viewers and everything up, I hit the affiliate status. Affiliate status gets you subscriptions unlocked. You can start making emotes, that kind of thing. I can start making money. The only downside is that affiliate status, I have to pay the payout fee. Don't know what that looks like yet, but I can start taking subscriptions. I can start taking donations. I can start doing all that. Beyond that is partner status. At partner status, Twitch pays the payout fees, and you just get more stuff unlocked. But that is it for tonight. We are glad you could join us. As always, don't forget to explore the nerdiness and embrace the Nitwits. We are the Nitwits, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.